I was sipping whiskey neat in a lowball glass. A wedding reception buzzed around me. White linen tables, fake laughs, real regrets wrapped in designer dresses. My ex-wife stood at the center, laughing too loud, performing for her circle of well-manicured friends. Then she saw me. I hadn't been invited. Her new husband had, and he brought me along as his plus one. Poor guy didn't know. Not yet. You're here. She blinked, already annoyed. Didn't expect admin staff to show up at events like these. Her voice cut the air like glass. The table laughed. I didn't flinch. Her new husband turned to me, clueless and affable. Wait, what do you do exactly? One breath, one word. Audit. The room froze. Not metaphorically. Froze like the oxygen had been sucked out. She blinked once, twice. Her lips parted, then sealed tight. Her friends stiffened. It had begun. 5 years ago, she married me for love. Or so I thought. We were the cliché, met young, built dreams, made sacrifices. I worked late. She hosted. I skipped promotions to be home more. She spent those nights texting someone else. You're too soft, she muttered during a fight. All this boring desk job stuff, just admin. What happened to ambition? I forgave her that time. Then I found the texts. Not just from him, one of my best friends, but from 2 others. Names I knew, faces that smiled at our wedding. She wrote things like, he's easy to manipulate. He'll never find out. She was right. I hadn't. Not until the night I borrowed her iPad to order Thai and saw the synced messages. I didn't confront her then. Instead, I copied everything. I slept beside her for another 3 months. I kissed her forehead every morning. I packed her vitamins for work. And every night I read more. Screen recorded. Backed up. Tracked locations. I documented hotel visits, screenshots of Venmo payments, Uber receipts, calendar entries disguised as yoga. Then I hired a private investigator, paid in crypto. I started auditing her life like I did corporations. Quietly, precisely, legally. Yes, I worked in compliance. Just admin, as she liked to call it. But I specialized in forensic accounting. The kind that dismantles billion-dollar fraud rings, builds federal cases, buries people. I handled money trails, asset tracing, shell companies. You learn how to find what's hidden and hide what needs finding, so I hid everything. When I filed for divorce, she laughed in my face. Great, she said, mascara smudged and drunk. Finally growing a spine, her laughter stopped when the settlement came through. By then, I'd already rerouted every shared asset she thought she had claimed. The condo was owned by an LLC she never knew I owned. The stocks were gifted to my sister 2 years prior, legally untouchable. The car was leased through my company. She got a couch and some throw pillows. She tried to fight. Her lawyer quit a month in. Turns out she'd unknowingly signed several post-nuptial agreements buried in refinance paperwork I prepped 2 years back. Every I agree signature she'd given me. She'd given herself one less legal leg to stand on. She told her friends I ruined her. Claimed I used her. They didn't know the truth. Not yet. Years passed. She married again. I stayed quiet, but not idle. Her new husband, a tech entrepreneur, had recently entered a government partnership. They were undergoing compliance vetting. One small problem. They needed someone with federal auditing clearance. Guess who got assigned? I never revealed it. I never said a word. I simply showed up at the vetting meeting 3 weeks before the wedding. I wore a tie she once bought me. He shook my hand, impressed by my resume. Her name never came up until tonight. Wait, audit? He repeated. Her fork trembled against the porcelain. I thought you were admin, her friend stammered. I am, I said. But for federal investigations. Mostly financial crimes, fraud, identity laundering, marital asset manipulation, that kind of thing. I didn't raise my voice. I let the silence do the work. Her new husband slowly turned to her. You knew each other? She looked down. We were married. You could hear her friends gasp like they were watching a car crash. I took another sip. There's actually a phrase for what she did to me, I said softly. Gaslighting. Financial infidelity. Repeated deception. Costly in court. Sometimes even criminal. Her eyes widened. You wouldn't? I didn't, I said, calm. I let it go. Then I smiled, but I flagged some accounts connected to your new business. Conflict of interest. They're being reviewed next month. You might want to separate finances quickly. He went pale. She whispered, Why are you doing this? I leaned in, quiet enough for only her to hear. "You made a joke once," I said. "Called me a pawn. Forgot pawns become queens if they reach the other side." Then I stood. "I should go," I told the table. "I've got early meetings, systems to audit, lives to rebuild." And just like that, I walked away. Later that night, I sat alone on my balcony. The city blinked below. I didn't feel vindicated. Not exactly. Revenge doesn't taste sweet. It tastes clean, like cutting out rot with a sharp blade. She never really knew who I was. She thought I was a quiet man with a safe job, a man who wouldn't fight back. What she never realized was this: I don't fight loud. I destroy quietly. And when I'm done, there's nothing left to bury.